a warm welcome to my video. Today we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the holdings of 5 popular Charles Schwab ETFs. This video is for entertainment purposes and it is not financial advice. The 5 ETFs that we're going to compare are SCHB, which is the US Broad Market ETF, SCHX, which is the US Large Cap ETF, SCHG, which is the US Large Cap Growth ETF, SCHV, which is the US Large Cap Value ETF, and SCHD, which is the US Dividend Equity ETF. As a bonus, we are also going to compare the holdings of a hypothetical fund that holds 50-50 SCHG and SCHD, and a 3-fund portfolio consisting of SCHX, SCHG, and SCHD. As you can see in the first column here, I have put SCHB, and we can see the different holdings it has on a market cap basis. So as of December 11th, it has 6.4% of Apple and 5.64% of Nvidia and 5.59% of Microsoft, and so on. We can see that SCHX is a bit more concentrated as it has less holdings. SCHX has 754 holdings compared to the 2,471 holdings that the SCHB has. And as we move to the right, we see the holdings of SCHG. In the top holdings, we have the same companies, but with much more weight attributed to them. So Apple, for example, has 10.78%, then Nvidia 9.51%, and Microsoft 9.53%. If we move over to the right, we see that on an SCHV, which is the value ETF, and SCHD, none of these companies appear here. If we go down the SCHV column, we'll see that the first company that appears is Berkshire Hathaway. And this company does not appear on the Schwab Dividend Fund. As everybody knows, Berkshire does not pay dividends. And as we continue down, we'll have to go down quite a bit. In fact, we'll have to go to position number 18 in the Schwab SCHB fund to find the first fund in the first company that's available in the SCHD fund, which is Home Depot. The current weight of SCHD, of Home Depot in SCHD, is 4.49%, while in the broad market ETF, it's only 0.71%. So it's something to take into account if you want to understand what you're investing in. It's interesting to analyze it in this way. At least for me, it's interesting. Then if we continue down the list, we can see the different value companies that are not being included in the dividend ETF. So for example, we see Walmart is not there, Procter & Gamble is not there, Johnson & Johnson is not there. Finally, we find AbbVie is both in the value and the Schwab Dividend and ETF. And then we continue down and we see Chevron, that it has a 4.28 percentage. When we look at the 2-fund portfolio, which is this one, consisting of 50-50, SCHG and SCHD, or we look at the 3-fund portfolio consisting of SCHX, D, and G, we see that the top holdings are less concentrated than even SCHB. So for example, Apple would have 5.88% in the 3-fund portfolio, and it would have 5.39% in the 2-fund portfolio, which is interesting if you're not so comfortable having so much concentration on these top companies. Another thing that is interesting is that the top holdings shift a little bit in these 2-fund and 3-fund portfolio. So for example, in the 2-fund portfolio, if I order by this column, we will see that the top holdings are now Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, followed by BlackRock, Cisco, Bristol Myers, Home Depot, Chevron, Tesla, Verizon, Meta. So it's no longer a magnificent 7-led portfolio, but rather thanks to having SCHD there in the mix, it has mixed things up a bit and changed things up a bit. If we do the same analysis for the 3-fund portfolio and we order by here, by this column, we'll see that the top holdings are now Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Tesla. Then we have BlackRock, Home Depot, Google, Cisco, Chevron, Bristol Myers, Broadcom, Verizon. So the reason I did this analysis was to understand a little bit better what these different funds actually hold. You can see the sector holdings, information technology. Once you go into the 2-fund or the 3-fund portfolio, the holdings of information technology go down compared to the broad or the large cap groups. And here you can see, you can take a screenshot of this to understand how the holdings of the sectors and the companies shifted a bit, comparing in a side-by-side manner. This is what I wanted to share. Another interesting thing and a reason why I did this analysis is because I wanted to look specific companies up and understand how much holdings were available in each one of these funds of specific companies. So, for example, MicroStrategy joined today the NASDAQ 100 list. So I can type in the symbol here of MicroStrategy, and we can see that in the broad market ETF, it's 0.11%. In the large cap ETF, it's 0.12%. In the growth ETF, it's 0.24%. And of course, it's not available in the value or in the dividend ETF. But if we go to the 2-fund and the 3-fund portfolio, it would represent 0.12%. So this is an interesting way that I like to dive deeper into the holdings of what is available in the ETFs. I hope this analysis was interesting to you. This is my first video sharing this kind of information. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and give me your feedback. And we'll see if I continue to make videos like this. Let me know if you find it useful, and if you do, I will continue to do this. Thank you.